Welcome back. Another episode of Glory, Glory. Excited to have Jeff Dancer along with us again today. We're going to feature volleyball and football. We're going to talk to Bianna Muoneke from the volleyball team, big 10K day coming up, and then talk to the anchor of the Georgia defense, CJ Allen. So should be a fun show today.
Yeah, absolutely. And CJ Allen played as good as any linebacker in the Southeastern Conference right now. And I felt like against both Kentucky and Auburn, he really was just the heartbeat of that defense and leading that core. A great leader. He's one of those guys since the day he set foot on campus. You could kind of see he was going to be that next guy. And I know in one of the shows I was doing with Kirby earlier this week when he said, he reminds me of another number 3 running around out there.
Pretty good.
Roquan Smith. I go, that's high praise right there. And then, like you said, for volleyball, Tom Black's team going really well, riding a nice winning streak and trying to set once again the new state attendance record with 10K Day this weekend.
Yeah, we had 8,300 there last year, set the new state of Georgia record for most fans at a volleyball match. So hoping to top that again this year. You talk about CJ Allen, that stat line against Auburn. 10 stops, a sack, a pass breakup, and that all-important forced fumble in the goal line stand.
No doubt throwing a couple of TFLs in there as well.
Yeah.
He was the late, great Jack Ramsey, who was a famous basketball coach and then broadcaster for ESPN. He used to call those a stat sheet stuffer.
That's it.
Well, that was a stat sheet stuffer for number 3, CJ Allen.
Awesome. Well, Jeff, looking forward to it today. That's Jeff Dancer. I'm Trey Littlefield. Coming back, we'll have 2 stars of Georgia athletics, Bianna Muoneke and CJ Allen. That's coming up next here on the Glory, Glory podcast. Welcome back to Glory, Glory. We have the star of Georgia volleyball, one of the stars, Bianna Muoneke, and a big weekend coming up for Georgia volleyball. First of all, 10K Day coming up on Friday night. Just talk about the excitement around that match.
Yeah, I mean, it's really exciting. We look forward to it at the beginning of each season. Like last year, it was really crazy, and we didn't know what to expect really. And then we pulled out over 8,000 fans, and now this year we're trying to top that record. But we're all super, super excited to get the fans engaged and the community. So yeah.
That's awesome. So you walk out last year. I remember going to that match. I saw the red coat band, 8,000 people. What's going through your head when you see that many people in the stands?
I think for me, I just felt so blessed to be in that environment because I know this is a very special place where fans really want to support us. So when I saw that, I just felt very grateful for everyone coming out to support our team and just everything that we're doing. And I think now just we're on a 3-game win streak and everyone just wants to see us to continue going. So yeah, I'm super excited.
And this team is rolling right now. And, of course, the next day we got Ole Miss between the hedges. So for our fans, what a great way to kick off the weekend here in Athens.
No, 100%.
Awesome. So talk about it, and you mentioned it, 3-match win streak. A lot of people don't realize it's all on the road. Just talk about that what happened with your team, that kind of that switch that went off.
Yeah.
We work, with a lot of teams. Sometimes just going on the road, being in that hotel together, spending some time together, really helps your team. Just talk about what happened for your team over the last 3 matches.
Yeah, I think obviously just starting off 0-3 is really tough, but we lost to some really good teams, and I think we learned a lot from them. And then going into these next 3 matches on the road, we were very hungry regardless. So, we got off the plane ready to go. We never had a moment where we just took time off, for, even though we were always on the bus or chartering. But we came in the games ready to work. We scouted really efficiently, we practiced really efficiently, and we came in and we just gave it our all. And we really implemented all the things and lessons that we learned from those last 3 games.
Yeah, I think it could be easy if you get off to a slow start just to say, well, this isn't our year and we got to go on the road. But as Trey was saying, sometimes if things are going a little bit rocky, getting on the road, then it's like a business trip, and it can bring you closer together. And then all it takes, momentum is so fickle, all it takes is that one win, then that second win, and all of a sudden you go from being cold to being hot.
Exactly. And I feel for us, just that first win against South Carolina, we all came out ready to go. And after that, we felt a taste of a win in the SEC, and no one wanted to give that up. So really proud of the girls for that. And it's not easy being on the road. Obviously, we're with each other 24/7 anyway. But we take those opportunities to bond and really get close. And I feel that's what we did really well.
Okay, on this show, Jeff and if you know us, we like to have a good time. So we want to, we want to talk about volleyball. Also, want to talk about you as a person. So, grew up in Cypress, Texas, which I hear is really cool and brisk in the summertime.
Yeah, July, you get down into the 50s for the high, I'm
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, the 150s.
So did you grow up? What age did you start playing volleyball and getting interested in the sport?
Yeah, I started playing at like 5 years old, but not anything serious or just to touch a ball. Like I did track, I did a bunch of other things. And then I really started to like realize I loved volleyball at like 10. And my parents put me on a travel team and like I was going all across the country as a 10, 11-year-old. And this is when I knew like I really want to do this. And I moved clubs to a bigger club in Houston and I just never looked back.
And your father was a terrific basketball player at the University of Texas. Talk about those athletic genes and he and your mom and your family and what that's meant to you for your athletic career.
Yeah, my dad, obviously, he's gone through it all, and he's given me all the advice that I've taken. And he's always saying, like, I never want you to make the mistakes that I made. So everything that, maybe didn't turn out well for him, he's given me that advice, so I'm able to turn it around. And my dad's been the most supportive person in my life. I obviously started off at Texas A&M, UT's rival, and he never once was like, oh, don't go here. He wanted me to go somewhere where I was happy, and people made comments about it, obviously, and, he went to the games and they do horns down, and he said that bothered him a little bit.
Couldn't take that, had to get up and leave.
Yeah, he couldn't, that didn't make him happy. But, like, he always supported me with every decision I made, and then I hit the portal and decided to go 12 hours from home, and he still supported me. Yeah, my dad's been such a great person in my life, obviously.
So pick-up basketball game, you win every time?
Oh, no, I'm horrible. I'm so bad. I didn't get any of the basketball genes.
Yeah,
None of them.
And you've got a couple of siblings that play different sports. I think I saw Abilene Christian, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, so who's the best athlete in the family? Do you take on that mantle?
I think I'm the most competitive for sure, but like physically gifted, my older brother. He jumps 45 inches off the ground. He's just like a tank, but I'm the most competitive. So.
Is he football?
Basketball player.
Basketball, okay.
Yes.
All right, so we love to talk about food and movies and pop culture. Do you have any kind of pregame rituals? And I know we all know what the team meals are. You got the pasta and the chicken and the mashed potatoes and the broccoli.
Yeah.
But any special food, maybe the night before, maybe the morning of a game, any superstitions there?
100%. And I'm going to get judged for this, but I have to get insomnia cookies.
No judgments from us. We love cookies. So
I love it.
No judgments.
But I've been doing that since my freshman year. I've always DoorDashed cookies before a game. And it's kind of a thing amongst the team now, but like I've always done it. And I usually get like 2 or 3 of them. And I'll eat all of them. And then I'll wake up and go play the game. But that's my thing.
So do you get them DoorDash to the arena or to your?
No, to the hotel. To the hotel, yeah.
That would be next level. For
Yeah,
sure.
that would be next
So
level.
when you're not on the volleyball court, what's something you like doing away from volleyball?
I journal a lot. That's the biggest thing. I started doing it my sophomore year just because volleyball got really stressful and I started to put my identity in it a little too much. And I needed to just like have a way to just release and like write out my thoughts. So I started journaling and like that really helped for me. And I think that like all athletes need an outlet, whether that's, friends or whatever you want to do. And that's kind of been my outlet for me.
How about any movies or TV shows? Are there any series that you're a fan of, whether it's a movie like, for me, Star Wars, James Bond, Indiana Jones,
Yeah.
or any? I hear there's this thing you can binge watch on these things called Netflix and stuff. I'm an old dinosaur there.
I was thinking back. I remember Netflix when it
Yeah.
first came out. They had to mail you the DVD. Yeah.
Really?
So it wasn't live stream. They had to. So you would look like you'd run to the mail to
Yeah.
see what Netflix sent you.
I
So,
couldn't do that.
Yeah, that shows
I
you. How
couldn't.
Well, you could have, it's like being a Lewis and Clark, a pioneer back in the 1800s. So any shows, though, any movies, any movie series that you really like?
Oh, yeah. I'm a big Hunger Games girl.
There we go.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Like when that movie came out, I think it was a year and a half ago. I rewatched all of them, start to finish, and then watched the movie. I'm a big Marvel girl too. I've watched every single Marvel series. My dad is super into it too. So like when I was a kid, I started really young. But yeah, like I know every superhero, everything ever. So
Are you Thor, the Hulk, Iron Man of the Marvels, Spider-Man? Who's your favorite?
I'm a Spider-Man girl. I'll never not be. He's my favorite character. And just like, yeah, he's just so relatable.
You talk about life as student athlete, journaling, that kind of stuff. I think a lot of people don't realize the stress that you have as a student athlete,
Yeah.
class schedule, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So talk about, as you look past volleyball and your career, you mentioned those kind of things. What are some things you want to do? We call it in basketball after the ball stops bouncing. What are some
Yeah.
things you want to do post volleyball
Yeah.
in your career?
So I'm pre-med right now, and I want to become a dermatologist. Like that's the goal. So after this semester, I'm actually getting my master's degree in public health, and then I'll go to medical school once I'm done at Georgia. And yeah, like I want to become a doctor. That's where my eyes are set right now. Obviously, pro would be awesome, but like I'm kind of thinking about starting medical school earlier, so I'm not as old when like it's time to become a doctor. But yeah, like it's been my goal since I was a little kid, and I've kept my eyes on it. So yeah.
That is incredible, the fact that you can do what you do athletically, all the responsibilities that go with that, and some of these classes that you have to take for pre-med, stuff Trey and I exempted out of, no
Yeah,
problem right
he
there.
tried pre-med,
So that's
too easy.
not for me. It was making the straight A's here. That is amazing.
Thank you.
Because that's not, my major was underwater fire prevention. And the fact that you could go through things like biology and chemistry, that's incredibly impressive. Do you
Thank you.
have to compartmentalize some of that?
Yeah, like I'm super big into like writing out things I need to do. Like I write down everything. So in order to like keep my schedule aligned and like be able to stay on top of work, I have my iPad, like everything written down in there, because I'll forget. There's just too much going on. But like I've really been able to balance out my science classes and just class in general with volleyball because I'm able to I have time for school, I have time for volleyball, and then I give myself downtime periods too, so I'm not overwhelmed. And that's something that's really, really helped me. So.
Well, that's awesome. Bianna, thank you so much. I know we've really enjoyed the conversations. One of our favorite things about doing this is meeting our student athletes and finding out new things and then, looking back and seeing what they do in their careers. And we know you're going to do big things.
Thank you so much.
Friday night, 6 o'clock. The gates open, 7 o'clock, match starts. So I know we'll be there. We look forward to seeing you. Look forward to cheering you on. So
Thank you so much. Thank you.
No, congratulations on all your success. It was terrific to meet you. So keep getting those dig sets, spikes, and kills, and making those straight A's and those classes again that Trey and I exempted out of. That is incredibly impressive what you're doing. So congratulations on all your success.
Thank you. So nice to meet you guys.
Well, thank you, Bianna. We'll see you Friday night. Next, we'll have CJ Allen from Georgia Football joining us here on the Glory Glory podcast. Hey, Dog Nation. If you want more original content from Georgia Athletics, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Georgia Bulldogs Athletics.
And Glory Glory Podcast is also available to listen on Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, or wherever you get your favorite podcast. Go Dogs!
Welcome back to Glory Glory, Georgia Bulldogs podcast alongside Jeff Dancer. We are excited to be joined by our next guest, CJ Allen, the stalwart of that Georgia defense. First of all, congratulations on a great season so far for you guys. Talk about this Georgia defense this year. What's going on with you guys to make you have the success that you're having so far this year?
I think it just goes back to fall camp, all those off-season training, all those connection building activities we've done over the summer, just playing together and just loving each other.
And CJ, we've had such a great history of linebackers at Georgia. And I'm a dinosaur. I can go way back for you. But let's just go through the Kirby era with guys like Roquan Smith, Nakobe Dean. There has to be, for you, growing up in Georgia, growing up a Georgia fan, just a huge sense of pride, and especially wearing that number 3.
Yeah, it definitely means more, man. Just being a kid from Georgia, then coming to Georgia and playing linebacker, I think, man, it's definitely an honor, though. Then, obviously, the word number 3, it just means something different. So, man, you put that G on, and you're a linebacker, University of Georgia, it just means something different.
And you mentioned the great Roquan Smith and being from Georgia. Who's somebody, maybe a Georgia Bulldog that you idolized as a kid watching Georgia on television?
I definitely say Ro, but it's crazy enough, man. I was more outside playing football. Like I watch it if I see it, but I was outside playing football in the front yard.
All right, well, let's talk about this, CJ. Kirby, we were talking earlier this week, and his message to our fans, the greatest fans in the world, he said, hey, if you're leaving Sanford Stadium Dooley Field and you're not hoarse, you haven't done your job. So everybody at that fever pitch, what does that mean on defense when you're seeing the offense scrambling around trying to get the calls in? How much of a boost is that for our team and for our defense?
Man, it definitely gives a boost. I don't know if the fans know they play a huge part, in that, especially like whether like when defense trying to with the offense trying to get the call in, they can't hear. So it's definitely a huge part in that. So it gets us a little more amplified.
So one of the things we want to do here, we obviously want to talk football, love that stuff, but we want people to get to know you as a person. So first of all, congratulations. I know it was announced earlier this week that you were named a Jason Witten Man of the Year semifinalist, which for fans that goes to the, that combines on the field and off the field accomplishments. So first of all, congratulations on that.
Thank
Just
you.
talk about the importance for you of giving back to the community, like the reason that you do those kind of things.
It means a lot just giving back to a community that poured into me, because obviously, like we always say, it takes a village. Of course, I was out there running around doing the hard work, but it takes a village to come to the games and support. So it means always my heart to give back, and especially give back to the younger generation beyond me, because it just inspired them to give them something to look forward to. Just giving them hope. So it means a lot to just give back for sure.
And CJ, I can't tell you, when you guys do the dog walk, we have so many friends who have kids are out there wanting to fist bump you guys,
Yeah.
and I think about, for me growing up, I love Georgia so much, and my heroes were guys like Herschel Walker and Kevin Butler and Terry Hogue and Knox Culpepper. Just if you could get a fist bump or a handshake or something, and I think for you, again, especially growing up here, you understand the importance of that. So
No doubt.
can you talk about that and just the influence and the impact that you can have on this young generation of Georgia fans?
No doubt. I think the highest human act that we have as humans is to aspire, though. Maybe that fist bump, man. That kid would never, never forget that fist bump. And that fist bump might be the reason why he go to a Division I school, come to Georgia, because he never forget that. So just a little planting little seeds like that, each one teach one.
All right, we need to talk food and movies
Let's
now.
Food.
Let's get to the good stuff here.
Let's do it.
All right, well, come on,
Let's do
trade.
it. Well,
You're our resident foodie.
Oh, we're big
so-
foodies. Half the fun of going anywhere is eating. That's our philosophy.
Yeah.
So, favorite restaurant. Let's do that.
Favorite restaurant? Oh, that's a hard one.
You can give us like 2 or 3. It's fine.
Yeah.
Any type of wing spot. I'm a
Okay.
big
Wing,
wing
I'm
guy.
with that. I'm
I'm a
with
big
that.
wing guy, steak guy, and also like seafood. Love crab legs.
Wing, steak, and seafood. 3
Yeah.
of our favorites. Can't go wrong with that.
That sounds great. There.
Yeah.
So for most of pregame meals, we've all been through them. It's pasta, grilled chicken, broccoli, and
Yeah.
some mashed potatoes. All right. Outside of that, maybe the night before, is there a lucky pregame meal? Is there a favorite pregame meal a night before, a week of, that you like to go to?
Well, Friday we're in a hotel, but I definitely have to get a strawberry cookie and cream smoothie. I get on nutrition.
That's pretty good.
And they make it, so I get night for the game.
Here's one of the hard things. So for guys like us, who we're traveling with the various sports teams, and you guys eat so well, but you're burning a few more calories than
Yeah.
we
Just a few,
are.
yeah.
And of
Yeah,
course,
yeah.
so the problem is we eat like you guys do, but don't quite burn the calories. So I guess
Yeah.
we need to get on Scott Sinclair might need to get us on
That's
a
right.
6 a.m. workout plan or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Well, yeah. What's it like with Coach Sinclair when he's driving you in the off season?
Man, it's definitely crazy. It's funny enough, man. Me and Coach Sinclair actually just put a plan together, and Kate, nutritionist, I'm doing no fried right now. Like, I'm good. My weight is good, everything like that. But I just want to, change up a little bit, do something different. So I'm doing no fried. So, man, I was eating some noodles one day. I had some chips. I just had like the munchies, just snacking. And Coach Sinclair just came. He was thinking about this. just like throw it away, man. Just throw it away. So man, he's definitely like when it comes to the weight room and everything, man, he intense for sure.
Wait, chips are fried too? Well, this
No
is
way.
this is
No way.
spoiling. This is spoiling my plans over here. All right, now, how about movies, TV shows, anything you like to binge, or their characters,
Yeah, no
Avengers,
doubt.
James Bond, Star Wars? What all do you like?
Man, like I don't really think people really know that too much. I actually like to watch shows and movies and stuff like that. My favorite type of movies are like stuff about the world, like the world ending or the government and stuff like that.
Oh, the post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, something like that. Then when it comes to shows, like, I think my favorite show I can watch just continues probably like Flash. I like supernatural stuff like werewolves, vampires, and stuff like that.
Okay, all right. So if you're not off the field, what's something you like doing? I know you mentioned shows. What's something else you like doing off the field?
Man, really, not too much anything. Really, just chilling with my family or chilling with the guys. You know, just chilling, laid back, just hanging back. Yeah.
You know, CJ, and you're still in the middle of your career. Josh Brooks, our phenomenal J. Reed Parker director of athletics, who was just the best. He was talking about, I can't remember I think it was the Kentucky game that Thomas Davis was in town, one of the best we've ever had. And he asked Thomas, he goes, what do you miss the most? And you're going to probably know the answers. He said, the locker room, the guys just being around the guys, because obviously you've been a part of an SEC championship and beaten Tech and Florida and Auburn through the years, and those victories are great. And I know I've been a Georgia fan since I was knee-high to a grasshopper, those mean so much. But when you're a player, being on that inside, the camaraderie, your teammates, do you appreciate that right now while you're going through it? And can you appreciate what Thomas and so many of our other former players have said, that really is what they miss the most from their playing days?
No doubt. I think you definitely have to try to appreciate it now. You know, of course, you know, day in, day out, you know, you go through hard things, you know, practices and whatnot, but you got to find a way to enjoy it, because, like, you can't let old times pass you by, you know. You can get a lot of things took from you, but you can't get old memories taken away from you. Those things you're going to remember forever. Like down the road, you know, I know some of my teammates now going to be at my wedding, you know. So it's like stuff like that you can't really just get back. So you got to try to find the time to enjoy that right now. And like the older guys taught me that my freshman year. Javon Bullock, like he taught me that, man. He's like, yeah, you know, you come in and work, but like, man, enjoy it, you know. So we'll be at the Bones, you know, playing cards, you know, playing Uno and stuff like that. And they loud, and I just remember stuff like that. I'm like, man, that's special for sure.
That's all. Kind of along those same lines. Being in that locker room post game, you know, at Tennessee, at Auburn. Just talk about that experience. I think you see that come together, celebrating that win. You kind of see the result of all the hard work throughout the week, and you see that team come together at that point.
Yeah, definitely. Because, like, it don't matter if you play one snap or 100 snaps, and you in that moment, man, you feel it. Like, you feel like all the work that you had put in, all the walkthroughs, like, man, it pays off, and just guys supporting each other. And like you said, your brothers, like, see a smile, everyone just smiling. Like, you can't match that, and no amount of money can get you that feeling. None of that.
CJ, tell me a couple of favorite classes that you've taken here at Georgia.
Oh, I think my social entrepreneurship class, this is probably my favorite class so far, just talking about being an entrepreneur and being like a nonprofit. I'm big on giving back, so like my foundation and stuff like that. So that class has really meant a lot to me.
So when football's done with you, and hopefully this year and one more year at Georgia, it's been a long career in the NFL, just like so many of our great linebackers out there. And I know how proud you are to see Roquan and Nakobe and Quay Walker and all those guys doing great. When football is done for you, whenever that is, hopefully it's a decade and a half at least, what would you like to do? What do you envision yourself doing?
I envision myself getting into housing. Like mostly like family housing and stuff like that, you know, apartments and duplexes and stuff like that. And also just like I always say, I'm going to get in some type of wing business though. Like I don't know. Like,
you got to be careful.
I'm going to do that for sure.
Here's the problem though: you can't eat all the profits.
You can't eat it.
Any restaurant owner will tell you that you can't eat and drink all your profits here. But if you're a wing guy, now are you lemon pepper, barbecue, hot, all the different kinds you have?
Mild lemon pepper type of guy. Sometimes I go hot.
Yeah, there you go. I like the lemon pepper.
Sprinkling there.
That's solid. There. Yeah. Do you eat the celery that goes with it too?
Man, I don't really eat it.
No celery or ranch.
Now listen, when you get a little bit older, maybe when you're past 40 or so, you'll need to eat just some of those greens.
Just some of the greens. I do good with greens every now and then.
Every now and then.
Every now and then, yeah. I found a way to put them in like smoothies and juice and stuff like that. So that's how I get my greens.
If you don't know it's there, you don't
know
taste
it's there.
it.
Yeah, I had avocado for like other day for the first time. It's actually good.
Yeah.
The avocado is very good for you. All right, quick one. Does anybody on the team do a really good Kirby impersonation?
I think Christian Mill do a great a great impression of Kirby.
Do you want to try to
you wanna give it
impersonate
to us
him
right now,
impersonating Kirby? He doesn't want to run any laps.
I'm good on that. You gonna text me and be like, yeah, you got to 6:30, so I'm good.
It is so great though. Just Kirby is just the best, and the authenticity. Of course, Mary Beth was a great basketball player here, and I know you sense that the authenticity, their love for Georgia, it's infectious.
No doubt. I think the biggest thing with Coach Smart, like, of course, everyone see the football and stuff like that, but man, he actually like poured into us on life lessons. Like everything revert back to a life lesson. So, and he loved this play he played here, so it just means more to him. So, I think when you got a coach like that, man, you can't beat it.
Yeah, one of the things, kind of along those same lines, I wanted to touch on was something important to you. Being from Georgia, you host football camps in Barnesville. Talk about maybe the inspiration for that and why you do that.
Yeah, cause like man, when I was coming up, like there wasn't really just going on real. I didn't see nobody like really either make it to a place like Georgia or something like that and just come back and do camps. So man, I was like, man, if I can just come back and do those camps, those free camps, and just show kids like I'm not some just imaginary kid. I'm a real person. It can inspire them to want to do it, and just be around them. Obviously, we're doing drills, running around, but man, it's so much more than football. We got little girls in there too, so like different ages, man. So it's just so much more than football. Just give them a chance to be around me and shake my hand. Just know I'm not unreachable. Like I'm here. I'm still here.
You're human.
I'm human. Yeah, I'm human. So that's really the biggest thing for sure.
And especially, I think coming from a small town, that just means so much. Again, I grew up in Statesboro. Good gosh, I've loved Georgia my whole life. We had a player from my high school named Cassius Osborne, and he played here from 84 to 87. He was a wide receiver. And just that pride when I would see Cassius take the field, said how much I love Georgia, and he's from my hometown. We're both from small towns there in Georgia. When you get something like that, it just means so much. That whole town.
Yeah, the whole town, man. The whole town. I love it. Barnesville. I'm originally from Griffin, Georgia. I don't know if you know that. Yeah, I'm originally from Griffin, Georgia, but that city too, man. It's like 15 minutes from each other. So, but man, yeah, that support. Like I think coming from a small town, man, the support is different. Like I wouldn't want no other way. The support is crazy. So, I love those two cities with all my heart for sure.
Well, CJ, thank you so much for
Appreciate
being
y'all.
with us
Thank
today.
You, yes, sir.
Griffin/Barneville's finest.
No doubt.
So
yes, sir.
we look forward to a fun day on Saturday. I know you're looking forward to it.
Yes,
so
sir.
we'll be cheering you on. So thank you for joining us.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
That's CJ Allen, the stalwart of the Georgia defense. We'll be back here on the Glory podcast. Well, that'll do it for the Glory podcast. Really fun to talk to those two star student athletes for the Georgia Bulldogs, Jeff. A lot of fun today.
Yeah, just a couple of terrific kids as well, and always love being with you, my friend. And I just want to, as Michael Scott would say, iterate and reiterate. Talking with Kirby earlier this week, we were taping our shows. This is one of those Saturdays when you leave the stadium, if you're not hoarse, you haven't done your
Something's
job.
wrong.
So he said it's such a huge part of it. And we've got the greatest fans in the world, and you can do your part. That false start that turns a 3rd and 2 into a 3rd and 7 can make all the difference. There are two games I always go back to: the 2019 Notre Dame game under the lights and 2021 against Arkansas when we kicked off at high noon. Notre Dame and Arkansas, they both had 5 or 6, maybe even 7 false start penalties, and were never able to get to that consistent rhythm. And that shows you what that 12th man can do. So be there early, be there proud, and most of all, be there loud.
Exactly. Well said, Jeff. And we have the best fans in all of college sports. It all starts Friday night with volleyball 10K day, and then it starts early Saturday. Go ahead and set up your tailgate tents. Listen to the pregame show with Jeff and Kevin. Should be a lot of fun on Saturday. And like you said, be early, be loud, and be proud to be a Georgia Bulldog.
Amen. Going to be a great weekend. You're the best. T-Bone, Trey Littlefield.
Right.
Go Dogs.
Jeff, thanks for joining us today. That's Glory, Glory. Like, comment, subscribe. We're available on anywhere you get your podcast, Spotify, Apple, Stitcher. Come and give us a shout on any of those podcasts. So that's Glory, Glory. For Jeff Dancer, I'm Trey Littlefield. We'll be back next week.